up, everybody? Matt Swagger here with the Rogues Gallery, and this is our inaugural episode of our Road to Comic-Con, and we're here to feature Lola Chameleon. She's actually going to show us how she puts together some of her cosplays. So we're really excited and hope you stay with us. Hey, Lola, it's Matt Swagger with the Rogues Gallery. We just heard you were making some costumes.
I am. You want to come in?
Sure, that'd be great.
Cosplay and wine. Let's get started.
Awesome. Thank you. What's up, everybody? Matt Swagger here with the Rogues Gallery, and we're here with Lola Chameleon.
Hi.
And she's here to show us some of her costumes, but before that, we just want to get to know a little bit more about her. So what really inspired you to get into cosplay?
I actually started cosplaying in 2014 officially, but I was introduced in 2013. A good friend of mine told me that they were all going to New York Comic Con and they were going to do the Batman villains. And I said, I want to do that. Sounds like fun. I want to play dress up. This is going to be great. So I went to partycity.com and ordered like a Harley Quinn outfit, and it came in the mail, and I threw it on, and I got on the train, and then I got there and I was like, I'm so not ready for this. And it was just amazing. I mean, we were a group of 7 and people just kept stopping us throughout the day to take pictures and tell us how much they loved our costumes, and Harley Quinn is their favorite or Riddler is their favorite. And I was hooked. It was like an adrenaline drug. I decided at that point I was gonna make my costume for 2014, and which is good because I'm very, very neurotic when it comes to making my costumes, so I needed a year. And we ended up doing Marvel for 2014, the same group of friends, and I did Lady Loki.
Oh. And
I thought it was not at all like the level of where I wanted it to be. And they were super amazed by how much I did, being how I was technically a first-time cosplayer. And from that point on, I decided to make it like an official hobby.
So the rush of cosplaying and everyone, giving attention, admiring the costume, that had a huge role.
I'm a natural born performer. I've been doing talent shows since I was in like 4th grade. I love being in front of people and being in the spotlight. So going to a location where you have to constantly be on, whether it's in character or just stopping to pose and talk with people, like it's fun for me, and I feed off of people's energy.
Did you draw as well when you were young?
My family's really artistic, so I draw a little bit, I sing a little bit. I'm a huge dancer, which goes to the whole performing thing. I love to dance anything and everything, which you'll know if you come to any of the after parties because you'll see me there. But yeah, we do a little bit of everything, and where I'm at currently, like professionally in my life, is complete opposite of artistic. I work for a law firm, and I go to law school at night, and everything's very logical and reading and writing and math. So after my 2nd year of law school, I was really kind of starting to feel burnt out from it, and it was like a godsend that like cosplay came into my life, because it allows me to like go back into my artistic outlet and have something that doesn't have anything to do with books or reading or writing or legal analysis. Like I can just sit there and still frustrated, but with the needle and thread, or me and like a bottle of Plasti Dip, as opposed to like tons and tons of research books.
It's something you're passionate about, so it helps you leave that stress from school and all that stuff, so that's great. And you mentioned your hobbies growing up.
I got into comics a little bit from my uncle. He was a huge comic book fan, and I got into comics with him, mostly like X-Men, nothing really crazy, although my very, very first comic book was actually like a Betty and Veronica from the Archie series. And then, it was Saturday morning in the 80s. Like, you had everything. You had X-Men, you had Spider-Man, you had Batman. Like, that's just what I grew up with.
It was a great time.
It was a good time. It's actually why I decided that this year, when I do all 4 days, and I'm actually jumping from only going to New York Comic Con once, like one day for the convention, to all 4 days. I'm gonna do 4 different cosplays, and my Friday cosplay is actually a tribute back to my childhood because I'm bringing back Thundercats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. If only I could find Lionel.
We can find Lionel. Lionel, you're out there.
Come holla at me, animated Lola.
All right, so why don't you show us some of the stuff you're working on?
Awesome, that'd be great.
Great. All right, Lola, so why don't you just show us what you've been working on?
All right, so the one that I'm most excited about is what I'm terming the God of War Wonder Woman. And I'm excited about it for 2 things. One, I've never done anything that has to deal with like body armor, so I'm really excited for that. 2, it's October, and I'm a warm-blooded person, so I really don't like the cold. And for once, I'm not gonna be freezing my ass off because she gets to wear like a full bodysuit. And I found this full bodysuit on Amazon, so I'm gonna be really, really warm. I'm very excited about that.
It's great, the Amazon shopping on Amazon.
Amazon shopping on Amazon. But so body armor. It's my first time doing it. I've never done it before. I had to look up a million tutorials, and then I figured out what I was gonna do. So I got to spend a lovely evening with a friend saran wrapping my entire upper torso and then duct taping my entire upper torso so I could get a body form of my curves. And I came out with these. It doesn't really look like anything, but when you put it together on L200 EVA foam, you come up with this.
Nice.
Now this is an actual body form. So when it's all said and done, it's gonna go around me like this.
Nice.
And then in the back, I'll have I'll put some eyelets in the back, and I'll corset it so that I can keep it around me snug but not too tight. It's really lightweight, and the only thing I haven't figured out yet is I have these star cutouts, and it worked from my America Chavez. So I have these to put in, but I think that it's felt, and I don't know how I feel about that. So I might just get some more of this really thin foam and make a star shape and then paint it in some sort of white or whatever. But this is part of the reason why I have 2 cosplays on Saturday, because I just don't think this is going to be like a good dancing. Like,
no, it's a little
I'll be
stiff.
doing like the robot the entire time. So I think it's probably better for me to have a completely separate cosplay for Saturday night. I recently started working on her gauntlets, and I would be amiss to say that I didn't get right where I got the actual tutorials and stuff from.
Okay.
So actually, there's an amazing costume maker on YouTube called Evil Ted Smith, and he has really, really good tutorials. And so I use his tutorial to make my gauntlets, and they're black right now, even though I used red foam because I sprayed it in Plasti Dip, which is some sort of like rubberized coating that they use in automotive stuff, but it's also really good for costume making. So I'm gonna do one more spray paint on it so that it's really solid, and then I'll spray paint it gold. Again, it's black, so it's a good base cover for me. I still have to work on my shoulder pads, which I'll be doing today. So
great.
They'll start out like this, but when it's all said and done, it'll be a beautifully formed shoulder pad thing. And the hardest thing for me will be trying to get my pattern of my shoulder onto something flat that I can just cut into the 2 sides. And then I will take my trusty Wagner heat gun and I will heat it up and try not to burn myself like I did right here and right here.
No, you don't want to
which
do that.
makes me an official cosplayer now.
Yeah.
Heat it up so I can kind of bend it and mold it into like a round shape like my shoulder. And then I'll take some barge cement, which is like an industrial type glue them together, let them set, spray them in Plasti Dip, spray them in gold painting. Pretty much it smells like an industrial warehouse in my apartment at all times for the next 3 weeks. And then last but not least, I'll have to start working on the boot covers, and Wonder Woman is on some next level type stuff when it comes to boot covers because they go all the way up to your thigh. Like, look at how high these have to go.
Yeah.
That's a lot of material. I don't even know what material I'm using for this yet. But however it is, I'll figure it out. I'll make the boot covers. I'm glad that they're flat because I'm going to be walking around a lot that day, so I don't have to wear heels. And then I just have to like order a lasso and I'll be done with her. I got this idea for the Wonder Woman from issue 41. It was a really big deal about the cover where Wonder Woman is dancing with the Joker. And a really good friend of mine, Nathan Gonzalez, is going to be Joker on Saturday at NYCC. So we're hoping to meet up at some point in time so that we can remake this picture and have our own like cover. Since that was like a really big thing. Like last month, Marvel released a bunch of comics with like actual cosplayers.
Yeah, they
in
did.
the front.
They actually showcased a lot of cosplayers, bringing them into the spotlight, which is great on their behalf.
Amazing.
It is. It says a lot.
DC, I'm coming for you right now, all right? I'm going to make a cover with me and my boy Nathan, and you guys can release it. But that's everything on Wonder Woman. I have Chitara, which I'm almost 100% done with, so I'm really excited to show you that.
Let's take a look at some of that.
In case you guys were not born in the best era ever, or you just don't remember what Chitara looks like, this is Chitara. I'm bringing the 80s back because that's where they made me at. And I went online and I found this awesome orange bathing suit, like one-piece bathing suit that I felt was like really perfect. And then I ordered the Thundercats patch and I hand sewed that in, which is why it kind of looks a little crappy. I probably have to like iron it down, flatten it out some, but I hand sewed that. It'll stay, I promise. And the hardest thing was actually trying to get the yellow stuff because it's like, it has to match the leggings and the sleeve, they have to match. And it's really hard to find yellow leggings that fit my body and don't have like weird lines in certain places. So I was able to get these and I got 2 pair and then I cut one of the legs and I sewed it on to the arm to make her sleeve. So I just have to tailor it a little bit because this part's a little too big because my wrists and my legs are not the same size, thank God. And then I took the other portion of it and I'm using it to cover the back, which will be good for 2 reasons. 1, because her back is covered, and 2, that way I can wear appropriate undergarments with this and I don't have to worry about people seeing it.
Nice.
So that's that. And the leggings, and I already have the wrist gauntlet for her, which was good for helping me with my Wonder Woman one because I got to use it as like I think it's this hand. As a test piece to make sure that it was gonna fit. So I'll have that. And all I have to do now is the boot covers and the staff.
I was just gonna ask about that.
Well, it's every year NYCC gets a little bit more picky when it comes to their props and stuff. So I've been kind of waiting it out a little bit just to hear some people give some definitive answers about what we can and can't use. It's a staff, so worst case scenario, if I have to get like some sort of cardboard, something or other, and I can paint it, it's fine because it doesn't have to be anything of substance. I'm carrying it around. If it's lighter, it's actually better.
Well, as a fail-safe, you can just have the miniaturized one that she keeps on her side, just so you can have that just for the look of the costume.
You're absolutely correct. You're so smart. And then I have my Chitara wig, which it doesn't really look like anything right now because I was trying to figure out what her hairstyle looked like, and to me it's like a weird 70s Farrah Fawcett. So like I got a 70s Farrah Fawcett type wig, and I found a cheetah print stencil. Yeah. So I'm gonna put it on the sides and spray paint some black spots into her cheetah print stencil on the wig. And then it's all face paint. So that's been fun. I've tried 3 times and I'm still not satisfied with how it's come out, but I'll figure it out by the time New York Comic Con comes around. And I got this weird, like stretchy, I don't even know, they call it like swimsuit material. And that's like what I'm gonna use for my boot covers, but I figured it'll work out well because I can make it really tight and they won't have to move anywhere. Yeah. This is my pattern. Nice. For my leg. This is apparently what my leg looks like if it was flat. I don't know if I believe that, but. And I was able to come up on some really, really cheap scraps of like suede. Nice. So I'm really excited about that. So I'll use that for like that little cuff portion of her boot on the top right there. That's what I'll use. So once I finish this then I'll like measure out the circumference and sew it around. And I lucked out because my grandmother gave me an amazing Singer sewing machine. I'm just learning how to figure it out right now, but it's gonna take my cosplay like progress from like a level here to a level here once I figure it out.
Yeah, that's definitely, once you know how to sew and everything.
Forget I'm unstoppable. I'm a force to be reckoned with, people.
Thank you so much for giving us the time to show us the costumes you're working on. And was there anything else that you wanted to share with us today?
I just want to say thank you guys for coming and seeing this craziness. The end product's totally worth all of this. This has been amazing. You guys, I'm Lola Chameleon, and you can find me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is Matt Swagger with the Rogues Gallery, and you saw it here first.
So you changed it.
And then you
Well, I was actually just more excited than that. I was not just a creep.
Hey, mama, come here. I just want to have a real picture time.
All right, you